NHL, as I mentioned in the opening, throws out the first salvo. If they're going to play right into the playoffs. Although almost every team's in the playoffs anyway.
That's a good point. I'm looking forward to seeing if and when the NHL starts here. Today was a big day for the NHL as far as laying out a plan, wanting to come back. Sounds like we're looking at middle of July. They have these phases they're all in step with. They're going to have 2 hub cities, and I really hope Columbus is one of them. It sounded like originally they could be one, then it sounded like they were out, and now it sounds like they're just kind of hanging around. I don't know that it's going to happen, but man, I would love for it to.
What are they waiting for? Just to see location?
I think Gary Bettman they maybe were taking. I mean, they might still be taking bids from cities, final bids, trying to figure out. Vegas is one of those spots. I've heard Vancouver. There are plenty of different places that could host it. I think Columbus would be an excellent city to host a hub for the NHL because they have so many things right there that they can use. And it looks like they're going to bring 12 teams in. I think it's 12 teams. If they bring 24 in for the playoffs, you don't have to play every game at the same site. They can play multiple games at the same time. You could use the Schottenstein Center and Nationwide Arena, as well as Ohio State's other rink at St. John Arena. You've got practice rinks all around town if they want to use that in Columbus. So Columbus is well equipped. And I didn't even talk about the Ice House, which is attached to Nationwide Arena, where they have, decent. Not that seating matters because they won't be doing that, but it's a good-looking place for television as far as wanting to play games too. So they have multiple rinks in Columbus. They could pull this off it.
All right. The NBA, in conjunction with the NBA's Players Association, is engaged in exploratory conversations with Walt Disney World about restarting the season in late July at Disney's ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex as a single site as the NBA campus for games, practices, and housing. MLB, they're still talking about the 82-game schedule, which would include an expanded roster, universal DH, limited regional travel, and a July start. No fans in the ballpark, at least at the beginning. Owners have proposed a 50-50 revenue split, and the MLB's association director, Tony Clark, shot that down as a non-starter. The NFL, there's no formal announcement, but it looks like they're just going on as if season is going to take place when it's going to take place. So they're all taking 4 different, part of it is the time of the year, but they're all taking 4 different ways of getting back into the season. The question I have, Andy, is who makes the final decision? The governors of the state, talking about the U.S., the president, who makes that decision?
To me, it seems like it's on state authority, and Florida seems poised to be ready to roll. Arizona does too. So, excuse me, those have been the 2 states that have kind of led the way as far as professional sports are concerned. So, the interesting question becomes international travel, and I think they cleared a major bump the other day with Homeland Security on that. So, that's the key is, you take the NHL, even the NBA, if you go to sites, that's not a problem because Toronto, the NHL might be wanting to have some of the games in Canada, so they'd have to figure that out. I would think that if Canada felt like it was safe or they had testing, that they would welcome a host city north of the border too.
There was a little sports over the weekend on TV. Did you watch any of it, or what did you watch?
I watched a little bit of golf. I listened to golf on the radio, which I thought was fascinating because it was a little hard to hear because of the rain, but I really, there was a lot of funny things that happened. Tom Brady having his pants split and making that great shot and then turning around and telling Charles Barkley to be quiet. I really enjoyed Phil Mickelson breaking down putts and sizing up the game and explaining the game as they were playing. I thought that was worth the money alone, which was free. So that's the best part.
Brady, of course, proved the theory of why you take 2 pair of pants when you play golf in case you get a hole in one. 216-575-0403 is the number to call. You can email us during the show at real-levine@gmail.com. I've been using that for 50 years, and I finally got a laugh out of it.
Finally. It was so less Levine, I can't even begin to tell you.